Oh hi, didn't see you there. This is me. I'm Nolan Heinrich. I was born and raised in Raleigh, North Carolina in the United States. I love to go bird watching, playing my saxophone, being president of some of my school clubs and a national organization, and I love to travel the world. Hopefully, my next stop can be Groningen. Follow me to my UCG motivation video. What motivates me to study liberal arts and sciences at UCG? The beauty of this program is that I don't have to have my entire life planned out minute by minute at 17. I know that my biggest passion in life is studying language, whether that's between how it's formed, how they influence each other, or how it impacts our society. And even if we look at the etymology of liberal arts and sciences, we see that it comes from the Latin words liber, ars, and scio, meaning free, skill, and to know. And that's fully reflected in this build your own style of program, where your skills and your love of learning aren't restricted here. And I know that's going to help me bring my dream, which is to bring linguistics to the business world, whether that's through communications, media, translations, or other avenues I haven't been exposed to yet. And between the business or free major and the humanities courses offered, I know that UCG is going to help me cultivate the career that I want for myself. I first learned about UCG when I attended the open day last year in November. I attended some of the other sessions for the other programs and liked but didn't love. But then I sat down for the UCG presentation and I was immediately hooked. Whether it was between our impromptu philosophy session or the student ambassador's story about how she went to IKEA to go grab a pair of scissors on day one, and that alone helped her make friends, I was in. I knew this is the program for me. Between these small class sizes and the project-based learning, I know that tight community is really what's going to help me flourish and become a better member of society. And since then, I've completed the free Dutch program offered by the Language Center. And between living in another country that has a language other than my own, I would love to work with them to learn all types of new languages. What are important values to me? I think the most important value we can have in a multicultural society is authenticity. By embracing who we really are, we get to contribute to this much-needed representation. So growing up gay in the American South, my life has always been one of conformity. I always had to mask who I was when I was at a new group of people, whether that was at school, hockey teams, or at work settings. But once I finally learned to embrace that part of my identity, I was able to help my other classmates who hadn't yet come out, and I got to push this message through my leadership positions and be that person for someone to look up to. And by being so open about who we are, whether that's our religion, ethnicity, race, sexuality, we get to make others feel represented and see themselves somewhere. And we get to teach people about our own cultures that they hadn't been exposed to yet. And by creating this accepting and melting pot of cultures, we get to progress so much faster as a society when everyone is able to understand everyone else's viewpoints. What are the benefits of interdisciplinary work, study, and thinking? Interdisciplinary study can help you become more well-rounded in a field. It can provide context to your findings and even answer the why behind any phenomena. But you can't be an expert somewhere without being able to make connections to other fields. Without interdisciplinary thought, your knowledge becomes like an island. It's isolated, cut off from the rest of society, and really relies only on itself. But I know this kind of thought would help me immensely in my career. I want to be able to study things like the science behind production, or the environmental factors of running a business, the language and psychology that go into marketing, and even the math behind analytics. And through the yearly projects, I know that UCG is going to be able to allow me to explore all of these different fields without having to tie myself down to just one. Before I go, I want to leave you with the quote I chose to be this year's theme for the National Junior Classical League when I was elected as president. Caelum non animum mutant qui transmare current. This is written by the ancient Roman author Horace, and it means, they who rush across the sea change their sky, not their soul. And to me, this serves as a powerful reminder that no matter where I go, whether it's across the pond for college or just out and about in my own hometown, I will always remain who I am. My experiences, passions, desires, they will always stay with me no matter where I go. And I think this is a great reminder for our multicultural spaces because everyone gets to come in and share their stories about where they came from and enlighten others who didn't have that same background, but they get to still stay authentically them. And the world doesn't change us, we change the world. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in Groningen next fall.